Welcome once again to another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch my videos. Hopefully you find them informative, and when you go to your local bookstore, you will seriously consider the book that I'm about to review for you this time. And the book is I'm the Girl by Courtney Summers. This is published by Wednesday Books, and it retails for $24.99. Courtney Summers is known for her young adult titles. She has several bestsellers, and this book could be considered for young adults, but a bit of warning because it is a little quite graphic. There's a lot of sexuality, there's a rape, there's a murder, and so it's pretty intense. Now, I'm not saying kids today can't handle this stuff, but it is a little bit on the more suggestive and violent side. But hey, adults definitely will enjoy it. Those who like a good murder mystery, but it's really more than a murder mystery. It's a murder mystery, coming of age, and it's very complex. Let's put it that way. I'm the Girl revolves around Georgia Avis. She's 16 years old. There's a club in town, a private men's club called the Aspera Club, and she wants so badly to be what is called Aspera Girl. Those are women who go to the club, and they are, well, they're like models, and they're part of the club. They serve the men there, and it's kind of prestigious. George is only 16 years old, so she is given an administrative job at the club, and it's sort of like this is your first role in the club, and you will work your way up to become an Asper Girl. Now, what has happened? Georgia is out bicycling, and she's hit by a car on her bicycle. She's knocked unconscious, and when she comes to, not too far from her, is the body of a 13-year-old girl, Ashley James. And it's based on the position of her body and of her clothing. It appears she was sexually assaulted before her murder. Now, Georgia, of course, goes to the police, and they start to investigate, but nothing really is settled. And then into the picture comes Ashley's older sister, Nora, and she wants answers as to why her young sister was killed, and if it had anything to do with the Aspera Club. So Georgia and Nora, they team up, and they start investigating people in the club and investigating who might have wanted the 13-year-old girl dead. Was it connected to the club? That's the big question. Now, Georgia still wants to be part of the club. She goes and she does have pictures taken for modeling, and she's an attractive young woman, and she knows one day she will be a member of the club. So the book really settles around the need to be loved, the need to be looked at, wanting to be part of the crowd, and because everybody sees the Aspera Club as prestigious, Georgia wants to be part of that prestige as well. Now, in the interim, Georgia and Nora get a little closer than just being investigators into the murder. They have a sexual relationship. They love one another. There's a lot of intimacy involved in the book. And but Nora is very determined to find out who murdered her sister and the reasons why, because the police aren't making any headway in the investigation. It's just like she's a 13-year-old girl. Who really cared? That's sort of the attitude that you get. So the two girls are out looking for answers. There's a lot of deception in the book too. The club has a lot of shady people being part of it, working for them, and being regulars in the club as well too. So this makes a book very complex, and it definitely, as noted, is more than a murder mystery. It's a book that looks at women in society, how they're treated, how they're looked at, and whether they are respected. And if they're part of the club, then obviously they're just eye candy, and the men can do anything they want with them. So it is, like noted, it could be a morality tale for younger readers as well too, who see what the world is like as they are ready to grow up into it. So I'm the Girl is definitely a book that you should consider reading, whether you're young or whether you're older. It's still a book that's very complex, and you will thoroughly enjoy it. So that's the book I wanted to draw to your attention this time out. Hopefully when you're at your local bookstore, you will look through it and you will consider purchasing it. So please let me know if you do agree with me or not. So thank you for your time, and until we meet again, stay safe and stay sane, and I'll see you soon, but I'll also see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.